Hello everybody and welcome to this video demonstrating how to set up the Soft Skills Trainer VR template project. Once you've downloaded from GitHub either via a zip file or join the repository, go ahead and open a new scene. Then in the project window look for the prefabs folder and drag and drop the demo prefab into your scene. This prefab is set up with a rocket box model of a child there. It's all set up for lip syncing on the character. You've got the OVR rig ready for use in VR, namely the Oculus Quest 2, which this project is set up for. We've got online voice recognition set up with Wit AI and a Yarn project, which is going to hold our character scripts. To start off, we're going to set up the real-time text-to-speech for our prefabbed character. The real-time text-to-speech is handled by the Microsoft Azure online system. So if we head to the README of the GitHub here and find there are some written instructions on how to set that up, along with links on how to set up your free account. The free setup is good for 5,000 calls per month. So if you're just doing a prototype project, then this is ideal. Once in your portal, click on speech service. You will need to create a new project for that. Mine's already set up, titled Swansea. Once you're within your speech service project, you'll find the manage keys on the right hand side, and then you can copy your keys into your Unity project. You'll also need to copy and paste in the speech service region into the Unity project, and you'll need to copy that key and region for each NPC prefab that you set up. Please refer to the README on the GitHub page for setting up different voices, or follow along for a later video where I'll cover that. We're now going to set up the Wit AI for the voice recognition. So head to Oculus on the main tab, Voice SDK, and then Settings. Within that window, then click New to set up a new Wit configuration. Save it as you like, and then open the Wit AI with the button on the bottom of the panel. This will then open Wit AI in your browser. Mine is linked straight to my account, but you'll have to log in using your Facebook account, and then open a new Wit project. Once the new app is created, you can then go to your settings tab and get your Wit keys from that so that we can add that into the Unity project. Again, full instructions on how to use this are written in the README, so if you get lost, then please follow that. With Wit AI, you are able to train it to pick up on certain key phrases, pick up on certain intents and traits, but in this project, we've set it up so that it just takes the string back from Wit AI, which we're going to use to do our own comparisons later on. Now that the Wit AI account has been set up and we've added our keys to the project, we're going to set up a quick text area where we can see that result string that comes back from Wit. Now in this example, it's just going to be a screen overlay, but if you wanted to use it in your project, you could have it in the world space and display it back to the user, or you could just set the text object to be invisible and not have it displayed at all. Now that the majority of the Unity project is set up, we're going to put in some character script and hear the real-time text-to-speech come back through the Yarn script. So open the new Yarn script in Visual Studio Code, and you'll see that it's set up with some of the commands and variables that we're going to need to make it work in our example project. So for each spoken line by a character, we need to set the character to talk variable to the name of that character, tell the dialogue runner that the NPC is to start talking, then have the line of speech, and then put in our custom wait function to tell it to wait until that audio clip is finished. As you can see in this template, this is already set up for you, ready to go. So it's just a case of copy and pasting for each line of dialogue that you have for your character. One thing you do need to do manually is to update your line endings. This is something that Yarn uses to keep in order the lines of dialogue and let itself know where each one should be. So just delete the ones that are already there as shown. Then once you've written all the dialogue you want for now, save the script and head back to the Unity project. Then find your new Yarn project in the project window, give it a click and select Add Line Endings to Script. Once Yarn has added the alphanumeric lines to the dialogue line, we'll then just need to add the name of the character to speak. Make sure it matches the character to talk variable exactly. Once those have been added and you've saved your script updates, head back to Unity and look at the NPC prefab again. You just need to make sure that the NPC tag is the same as the character to talk variable and the line endings that you've added. So if you're going to duplicate this prefab and add new and different characters, just make sure the names and the tags and the line endings all match together. So we'll just give this scene a quick save and hit play and see if our character will talk.
This is the line of text to be spoken by the character. Ensure that the character to talk variable is set to the name of your character and that they have a tag of the same as well. You will then need to add line endings via the Yarn project and add the character name.
Great, so our NPC player now talks, which is brilliant. Some of you may have noticed that in the result text box you can see it says, I heard, can you hear what I'm saying, computer? Which is not a recognized response. Now, unfortunately, when I recorded this video, I forgot to plug my mic in correctly to the recorder, so you can't hear what I'm saying. But thankfully, it is shown on the screen. So now we're going to set up some recognized responses and show you how that works. So the recognized responses are the options which are shown to the user. So the string of whatever the option is then compared to whatever is brought down from utilise, and then that option is selected. It's set up so that it does a comparison with a bit of leeway, so that it does the closest match. But if it's something that's completely wrong or completely different from one of the options, it says it's not a recognized response and has them go through it again. Now that we've set up some recognized responses, we'll give that a quick run through and see if it picks it up correctly. Now again, unfortunately, as I said, didn't have my mic plugged in, so we'll refer back to the result text box just to make
This
sure
is the
that
line of
works.
text to be spoken by the character. Ensure that the character to talk variable is set to the name of your character and that they have a tag of the same as well. You will then need to add line endings via the Yarn project and add the character name.
So as you can see, it has picked up my response, which is the recognized response for option 3. In the console window, you can see that option 3 has been selected. So you'll notice we've got an error message here. It's nothing to worry about, it's just a bit of an oversight at the start. So that is referring to a debug text box that I set up so we can keep a list of all of the spoken commands from the user. So we'll just set up another text window quickly and show how that works. Again, this is something that you don't necessarily need to show the user, so you can turn it transparent and it won't be visible, or you can make a modification to the script so that it doesn't appear at all. Entirely up to you. And now that that's set up, we'll just have another quick run through.
This is the line of text to be spoken by the character. Ensure that the character to talk variable is set to the name of your character and that they have a tag of the same as well. You will then need to add line endings via the yarn project and add the character name.
So you can see that's been added to the list and the option 3 has been selected again. Great, so thanks very much for watching this video on the basic setup of the template project. Please refer to the README for further details, or you can drop me an email on my contact information on the GitHub page. Thanks very much.